Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, soupies of all ages, welcome to the Kayfabe Soup Wrestling Podcast. I am the intern, and today we begin our odyssey towards the greatest wrestling match ever, and of course, the greatest wrestling pay-per-view 2-week extravaganza. Good news, after JRJ Habes, after next week, we don't have to watch wrestling ever again, because we will have seen the greatest match. We can retire. Isn't that wonderful?
I mean, we don't...
Think about it. After Randy Orton and Edge, we will never have to watch another wrestling match ever again, because what can compare? We've already seen the best ever.
Did you see the post the picture that I uploaded about how they said it's just WWE's tool of, like, when you search that into Google, that's what pops up, and people were actually doing it, and we're like, holy shit, it's true. Like, that's anything that's up there.
And even on our feed, people were getting so butthurt about it. Like, oh, like WWE's never had a good match. Like, that wasn't the point. We're just making fun of them being smart.
Exactly, yeah.
I hear Meltzer's already given it 14 stars. So.
Oh, we're drinking today? Damn.
Yeah. Sapporos?
Yep, my last Sapporo.
All right, you guys can start. I'll be right back.
Now this is where we get to talk shit about GRJ now that he's not here.
Yeah, what a jabron. Look at that. Only 3 photos in his office. Why not 4? Piece of shit.
Where's his alcohol? Anyhow, we have some pretty big news here to open it up. Drake Maverick has a job, folks. I don't know if you guys have watched NXT this week, but man, the finish of the show was pretty emotional.
Yeah, I was thinking of, he was signing that contract, and I was thinking, shoot, what if he never got to consummate his marriage?
That's true too.
Wait, what do you mean?
Cruiserweight champion, so there's no consummation there.
Yeah, no consummation for his marriage because he's under contract again.
Yeah, that's right. He's under contract.
He's 24/7 gimmick, GRJ.
No, I get that, but like, I don't get what you mean. What does that have to do with him winning the title again?
It has nothing to do with it. It was a joke.
Oh, I totally missed it.
Remember, he wasn't going to sleep with his wife until he won the 24/7 title.
Yeah, exactly. But like, my thing is but I totally missed the joke. It went over my head. Let's move on.
But yeah, he lost El Hijo de Fantasma. Fantasma is the new cruiserweight champion. Smart move. I'm not going to complain about that. But Big Daddy Trips came out with a contract, got him to sign it. He's back with the WWE, and I bet there's a lot of released people that are pissed about it.
Why?
No, not really. That was a joke.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, are people really pissed?
Leo Rush was, but...
And Leo Rush is a pissed anyway. The one thing that I take away from this is... and there was a point on the notes on this about TNA teasing the return of certain stars, and they actually used Rockstar's
Rockstar Spud footage.
Yeah, they used his footage, and I'm all like, oh shit. And then he resigned, and I don't know. Like, I guess that just kind of blew up in their face a little bit, because I honestly thought they were going to resign that good chunk of those people, because and then for him to come back, it was like, it kind of messed up. I guess it messed up their whole video plan.
Pretty much. An interesting note too. This isn't a news item that was on our list, but it's something I remember reading earlier today. Is Meltzer's claim? It was either Meltzer or Alvarez, but I think Meltzer was claiming that apparently the WWE is actually trying to rehire a lot of the talent they let go at a reduced contract, and that impact video may have had something to do with it. So here, hey, I know we fired you. How would you like to come back for less money?
I mean, is it less time?
Probably not, because it's WWE. I think the real question is it less money than what Impact was going to pay these guys?
Oh, that'd be silly.
But that's different, because with Impact, you're getting a lot less dates.
Yeah, exactly.
You're getting paid for what you're doing. My only a rebuttal to that is everyone all around the world that's going back to work, especially people on salary, are going back to work on a reduced rate.
Yeah.
Want to break the fourth wall, and not everything's about wrestling for a second.
That's
that's
a lie. Wrestling is the only thing. It's still real to me, damn it. But yeah, congratulations to Phantasma and to Drake Maverick for your title and job, respectively.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Not so lucky as far as getting jobs as a wrestler by the name of Clutch Adams, who managed to tweet his way out of an AEW match against Shawn Spears, and also got fired from, I can't remember the name of the other company he had been working for, because he was a complete piece of shit.
Yeah, what exactly did? No. Oh yeah, we can't even repeat that.
No, we could not.
No, it was bad. If you look online, you'll be able to find it. But we're not repeating what he said. A lot of homophobic remarks. He was calling out, if I remember, Tony Romo at one point.
So, yeah.
And if you could think a little bit of how you could rewrite his name, you get it real quick.
Tony Bomo.
But with everything going on in the world, I guess he had a match coming up, or did it already happen? I don't know what it was. But somebody tweeted.
I think it was recorded, but hadn't aired. I think.
Okay, and it was against Cody Rhodes, right?
Shawn Spears.
Shawn Spears. Okay, still a big name.
Yeah.
But yeah, this match was supposed to come out, or they promoted the match, right? I guess it was like in this picture that they put out, and somebody tweeted I think it was probably Cody Rhodes or somebody from AEW about how do you have this person on your show when you're saying completely the opposite. And they showed this guy's, somebody brought up the tweets, and then Cody Rhodes came out saying like, no, like his match has been pulled, which, first of all, good job on AEW. Second of all, this came, I think the guy was 20 at the time, and he came out apologizing about how stupid he was, how dumb he was, and that's not the person. He was basically saying he's not the person that tweeted that at that age.
Yeah.
Which I totally get, because people grow up over time, obviously.
I think about shit I said 10, 15 years ago, and it's like, ugh, because I mean, depending on, I'm not sure what he would have said that, but social mores have changed. Things that are that we know are not acceptable now were socially acceptable to say and make light of at different times in history. So it's part of why I do hate the dragging of the mud of really old Twitter stuff. Now, if someone doesn't come back with an insult or an apology, I mean, it doesn't show that they're sorry and that they've changed, then yeah, definitely motherfuck those people. But
yeah, he messed up big at 20. But just to get the ball rolling on this, he's not the only person that messed up on this.
No, in fact, one Jackson Riker. Oh boy, do I have thoughts on this. I wanted to write this in the notes as Jackson Riker is a racist piece of shit. Just to give you, just to sugarcoat it a little.
Did you guys see Kevin Owens' response to his tweets?
It was
that the response to his recent tweet about Donald Trump or supporting the POTUS?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It said something about Kevin Owens, like he wasn't going to challenge his right to free speech, but trying to get your crappy or shitty WWE punchline over.
Yeah, that's the one.
Like,
Yeah.
he times is stupid.
Because he tagged it right with
Never forgotten.
Never forgotten. Yeah. That was stupid.
Funny thing is, Donald Trump actually commented on the tweet in praise of it because, you know, of course he did. Trump's the kind of guy that vanity searches his own fucking name anyway, I'm sure.
But yeah, but a bunch of wrestlers went after him, and KO was one. Mustafa Ali is another.
Yeah.
I don't remember everybody. There was a good chunk of wrestlers that came out, and then not only just from like WWE, but also a lot of the independent wrestlers come out now and talking, saying how much bullshit that is.
Yeah, that's not even the thing that came out that I find super concerning. That's a guy being stupid, but showing his political affiliation, whatever. 40-50% of the country are in that boat.
I mean, they work for Vince, who recently donated to Trump.
His wife worked for Trump.
His wife works for Trump. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. No, the concerning post to me was one. It's no longer on Twitter, but it was dug up. It was July 10th, 2019, and I'm going to read through it because there's nothing quite as offensive language wise. It's more the thought of it that's offensive. Tell me what you guys think. Quote: pretty touchy subject, but all this Black Lives Matter garbage baffles me. I challenge anyone of any color or race to go watch 12 Years a Slave, the movie, and realize how good you all actually have it. Learn heritage. Christ, Gandhi, Buddha, they all taught love and caring for others. This is getting out of hand. I pray for this nation daily. Fuck you. Okay, those last two words weren't part of this tweet.
Was that Riker still?
That was Riker still in 2019.
Fuck.
Yeah, I failed his challenge because I didn't go watch 12 Years Slave.
That was for colored people.
They got it. They got it better now. Just ask him.
Jesus, that is.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the thing, he gets to be in a feud with the New Day. So much middle fingers.
Yeah, and that's like he's lucky Xavier Woods is not on TV right now because those three are very vocal about the shit that they're in.
Yeah.
And I honestly always see it's Xavier Woods that jumps in first, and then Big E is the next vocal one out of who is still there.
And let me tell you, I would not want to piss off Big E.
Oh hell no!
I think
Riker. I think he would rip me into like a phone book.
Oh yeah. Oh, they changed the color of the cruiserweight title. Anyway, I think Riker's tag team partners even put him on blast on Twitter too.
Good, they should. Even if it's just to protect themselves.
Yeah, they both tweeted out Black Lives Matter as it.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, that was a weird one to read or hear about, I guess.
Yeah. I just gave myself a migraine reading that again.
Everyone's a right to their opinion, but just don't be a freaking asshole.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
Don't be a dumb freaking asshole.
Here's the thing with all this shit going on right now. You know, if you're okay, for one thing, opinions like his are just stupid. But even if you're one of these all lives matters people, if you're listening to this, I want you to do me a favor. Feel free to hold that opinion. Feel free to have share that opinion in private discussions. Keep that shit off social media, please. Because you know what message that sends out in my mind? That tells, to me, when you say all lives matter, that tells all Black people, I don't care about your struggle. I don't care about the fact that you're dealing with systematic racism in a corrupt system that doesn't see your lives as having any value.
And you want to know who made it worse with tweets?
Chris Jericho.
No.
Well, he did an all lives matter tweet.
That didn't help. But like, who actually decided to jump off the racist cliff end? I don't know. Did you guys see what Sonny did?
Oh yes. No, Sonny's is terrible.
Yeah, dude. That one is the far one that I like. Good thing she's not like an important figure in wrestling, because that would have.
She's not at all.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, good thing. Like, the shit she was saying, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And people are saying it was just for her to promote her OnlyFans. But in my head, I'm like, she needs help. She's needed help for the longest time.
Yeah. I was going to point out that Jordan Grace is a real class act as well. They were arguing over that. Jordan still took the time to defend Sunny when people were calling out her being like a slut or whatever. It's like, no, no sex shaming. We're only attacking her for, if you want to go after her for what she's saying as far as race, that's fine, but no sex shaming.
Yeah.
She's just making a living. It's like, man, that is awesome.
No, yeah. Who else? I guess Linda Hogan also tweeted something, and then Tony.
Do you know what I hate about that?
What?
Everyone likes. It's not that I hate it. I just find it stupid. Everyone's like Hulk Hogan's wife, but they've been divorced for like a decade.
Yeah, but she still has that last name, so that's what matters.
I know, it was just, but like, no one on the internet even like knows that. You know what I mean? Not like we do, but like when I was reading it all, it just seemed like everyone forgot that they haven't been together for like ever.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not that it was just like stupid that it annoyed me.
I mean, at that point, I'd be, if I was Hogan, even with the past of him being a racist, I would definitely file like a lawsuit for her to get that last name off that lady.
At the very least, I feel like someone needs to make a meme with Morpheus. What if I told you her last name isn't really Hogan?
Yeah, stuff like that. Like that would work. Start it off, Haves.
Are you looking at me now?
Okay. But yeah, but hold on. Before the whole thing was Tony from AEW. He said that he said you are now banned from AEW just like your husband. And at that point, I don't know if it was made clear before that he was banned from AEW.
Yeah, I never heard of that myself.
Right? Was it just one of those things like, oh, she fucked up, so I'm gonna throw him under the bus too?
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Reminded him about Hulk's own tirade.
Oh yeah, let me get that straight. I wasn't trying to defend the Hulkster. Just I found it funny.
Brother.
I'm still gonna make brother memes all the time though.
Go for it.
I just think it's funny that she gets banned, but their former world champion is allowed to make all lives matter comments on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't. Go ahead.
I don't think Jericho tweeted that in bad taste.
I think Jericho tweeted it as Chris Jericho wrestling character because he is very much 99% of the time his tweets are totally in character. He tweets shit to get a reaction and a heel reaction at that. I don't think Chris Irvine truly believes that.
I mean, it could be true. It could all be on Jericho, but I don't think this is the subject to be in character for.
No, I wouldn't. That's one battle I wouldn't be picking personally. But
oh, for sure.
The way I saw it was like a 50-year-old man not being as woke as someone that's in their 20s. That's how I saw it.
Oh man, yells out loud.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got? I think we can move off the racism.
I think that might be a good idea. We'll move on to something even more uplifting. And I wasn't very familiar with it myself, but I just noticed the news that Danny Havoc had passed away. I remember there's something else heavy I wanted to bring up.
Yeah, they don't. I don't think they've confirmed it, but I guess they're saying it was a suicide.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
But also, I think it was because he recently lost his wife as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd do it.
Oh, for sure. I
mean, I don't know much about him, but I guess he designed Jon Moxley's first Moxley leather jacket.
Yeah, that's right.
On the back.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I read that too.
A lot of outpouring from people that worked with him, even people that didn't really know him that well, just talking about what, despite his hardcore image, he was just the nicest guy.
And I feel it's like that, like I always say, like, with my son growing up, like, he always felt more comfortable with people covered in tattoos than with people without, because that's what he grew up around. And like, in his mind, I could totally see where he's all like, these people are nicer to me, you know.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like it's really true, because there's some people that just look at. I'm not covered in tattoos. I have a couple, but I see people that just see the one on my arm, and they start like giving me a dirty look, and I'm like, it's
Look at me.
like, are you
I
fucking
don't have
kidding
any.
me? It's
Yeah,
a 2020.
I don't have any. I don't have any tattoos, and I'm a raging asshole.
There you go. There's another way to look at it. Yeah.
You piece of shit.
Yes. I swear, Soupies, we will get through one of these podcasts one of these days without another tragic loss. It'll happen.
Yeah.
Actually, someone else just passed away. I'm gonna botch the name. It was like a luchador, like Rudy Fernandez, Rudy something. He was like the son of.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Something. Yeah, I just saw it today. They come in threes, brother. Which
they
sucks.
do. They really do. Ooh, we need a real pick-me-up. How about another cinematic wrestling match? Would that be a good lifting of the spirits?
That's actually good news. Depends what it is.
Yeah, apparently Adam Cole versus Velveteen Dream at this weekend's Takeover in Your House is getting the cinematic treatment.
Yeah. Which they've done it once before, right? At least NXT has.
Yeah, they did like the worst job of it somehow.
I know. Hopefully they've learned from their mistakes and it turns out to be really good. Or they could continue on the route of the ladder match from Money in the Bank. So we don't know, but yeah, it's being. I'm pretty sure it's already recorded. One of the things that came out of that recording was the talent from the performance center were, I guess they were doing like all their shit the whole week, and then they were told to come back to record this, and when they were ready to record, it started raining, and they were told that they were gonna wait out the rain because they needed to record this match as soon as possible, and the rain didn't stop until midnight, 1:00, and by that time, like the performance center, the people that were at the performance center, the talent was pretty much like dead tired, and then there, I guess somebody on the speaker over it kind of told them like to like wake up, and I guess it rubbed people the wrong way just because it's kind of like, bitch, you've had us here for hours, like we're tired as shit.
Not to mention the fact that they don't even have seats to sit down at during the recording. They have to stand up and press themselves up against the plexiglass.
Exactly, yeah.
Sit down when during commercial breaks or whatever. Which, what the fuck?
Okay, so I don't feel that bad about standing on your feet for 11 hours. I remember my first part-time job. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's a WWE event. They want to replicate a proper WWE crowd. They all need to be sitting down, looking at their phones, throwing beach balls, and not paying attention.
That is true. They don't have their phones out at all.
Yeah. It takes me out of the moment. Where I haven't heard a single CM Punk chant.
Oh God,
It'd be funny if they started one.
I hope that stays in coronavirus times. I do not need that chant to come back.
That's right up there with the what chant for me is things I don't want to hear.
That too. Holy shit, is that annoying?
Funny, off topic, but I was listening to an older episode of the NWA podcast, and I guess during the first episode of the NWA, someone in the crowd tried to get a what chant started, and he got shut down.
Good.
Back when we used to go to the I know I bring this up every once in a while. Back when we went to the tapings for Lucha Underground, one of the first I think it was the first one I went to. I think that was season 2, so one full season, and you had I'm pretty sure I wasn't the only one, but there was this one guy that tried to start it, and everybody turned around and is like, "You shut the fuck up! Like we don't do that here." And that was the crowd telling this guy to come in now to shut up. Like, I remember also there was some drunk guy. If I remember, he was yelling out for Morrison, but it was Mundo at the time, right? And people legit told security to kick his ass out. Like I remember that.
Really?
Like if you were annoying in that little room, the crowd will get you kicked out. And once you're out, like you're done. You're not coming back because they had all our information on file.
Hey, was that drunk guy cheering, "Hey, hey, ho, ho, Miz and Morrison"? Oh,
No,
okay.
no. And like I said, he was Mundo at the time, not Morrison.
I don't know. I just watched an old YouTube show and he was Johnny Milwaukee, so I don't even know if you're right.
I just call him Johnny last name.
Johnny Gimmick.
It's a variable.
Yeah, Johnny Gimmick. That's the way I know him.
Yeah. So let's see what's next. Oh, it's back some not as bad news as what we covered at least, but Nigel McGuinness is the latest to hit the furlough list, which I mean that kind of makes sense. Hasn't really been doing anything since NXT UK stopped doing live shows.
Yeah, we got 10-minute warning, boys.
Yep.
Yeah, so he got let go, and I'm pretty sure it's because he hasn't been doing anything. So why pay somebody that's not doing anything, right? At that point, you just
exactly.
This is pretty much just saying like, hey, like for the time being, we can't keep you on. But I'm pretty sure as soon as everything starts, they are not letting him go anywhere else.
Yeah, like furlough means you're still employed.
He should have a job.
Not paying you.
Yeah.
Or whatever. He can actually seek unemployment that way. Well, I don't know if he's a U.S. citizen or what. But
or what the British version of unemployment is. I imagine they get paid in fish and chips.
Just like you get paid in maple syrup, we got it.
Exactly.
Dude, I wish somebody
That's the only reason I'm still working.
That shit's expensive.
Oh, that's true.
All right, what do we got?
All right, so I'm trying to look to see what's up next. Oh yeah, we've got a surprise. We're in week 2 of FTR being in AEW, and we've yet to see them in in-ring action. Now, I believe they're wrestling next week against the Butcher and the Blade.
Let's see.
Yeah.
So I have it here on the notes somewhere. I can't find them. Where is it? It's FTR. Did you really erase it?
No, it's still there.
Oh, never mind. I guess I wrote more. I thought I wrote more. It says FTR not doing matches yet. So I read that they want to hold off their in-ring debut for a little bit while down the line. And then this came out, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I completely forgot to change it in the notes before we started. But yeah, I guess their in-ring debut is sooner than thought.
Yeah, exactly. Now the match against the Young Bucks they're holding off on. It was a kind of cool interview too, where they're even just basically like they mentioned all the great tag teams they could have matches with, and then they just kind of left the Young Bucks out. Like, well, what about the Young Bucks? It's like it's not gonna be a match. We're just gonna punch them and knock them out.
Oh,
gonna beat them up. That's smart money, though. I think to hold off on those two teams wrestling, you don't need to blow your wad. Definitely wait until there's audiences that'll actually pop, and for a big pay-per-view platform.
Oh, you definitely know this is one of those where the match starts and there's gonna be like 5 minutes of this is wrestling and holy shit, or what's the other one?
Hey, CM Punk. No.
This is awesome. All the generic chants that you throw up.
You still got it.
You still got it.
Fight forever, even though they haven't touched.
Yeah. So.
Wait, whatever. Anywho's live crowd or live wrestling is returning to Wisconsin on the indie scene this weekend.
Oh, nice.
So, and I was reading something. The date is like right here that in Florida they can have 50% venues or something like that. So I don't think we're that far away from live crowds.
I mean, some
Fingers
already,
crossed that nothing. Yeah.
some places already started. I think I'm not 100% sure, but like if you watch it on the social media accounts of the wrestlers, of some wrestlers, they're already like boarding planes. They're leaving the states or wherever. They're leaving home to go back and work. So
Yeah.
Very exciting.
very exciting.
I
Yeah.
miss live crowds.
Now let's hope they're not all blowing their wad too soon on this. We'll see. Either way, I'm
There's gonna be
stoked to see.
so many Canadian destroyers.
Oh, yeah, all of them.
I'm ready.
That's saying something because there's already way too many.
Way too many.
Remember when the Canadian Destroyer was a finisher? I don't.
No, I don't.
Back when
I
Petey
didn't watch
Williams,
TNA.
when it was just Petey Williams doing it.
Yeah.
Did nobody watch TNA at that time? I did.
I did. I was freaking I was all up in Canada, not because they were Canadian, but because they were awesome.
Yeah, they were legit like a great heel team.
Yeah.
That was back before Eric Young got his mojo.
Yeah, when he was smaller, he was playing up a really paranoid character. It was great.
Yeah, that he was so good.
All right. Let's see. There's a lot of stuff on here that doesn't necessarily. Oh yeah. Speaking of FTR, might not be the only ones going, as we now have Matt Cardona, formerly Zack Ryder, teasing the possibility of an AEW match, which makes sense given Cody's open challenge.
Exactly, and he, if I remember correctly, he's the one that put out a picture of the or the not the US title, the TNT title on his Twitter, and just left it as that. So that's basically him teasing it. If he shows up, that's one thing. But we've mentioned it before that him and Cody are really good friends. So if he ends up in AEW, it's not surprising.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, he'd work really well there because they're so into their YouTube and social media. That's fucking Zack Ryder, or that's Matt Cardona. I forgot his name already.
Cardona. He was basically doing Being the Elite before that was a thing.
Yeah, exactly.
His Long Island Z stories.
Yeah. So I feel if he does show up at AEW, it's going to be the perfect match. And not only will he be able to do his own thing, but I'm pretty sure he could help out a lot of the wrestlers figure out their social media appearance.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm hoping he can help them build some gimmicks because they've had some weird personality switch ups at AEW recently that I just don't get.
Yeah, Allie switched like switched from to a bunny to being back Allie again with no explanation for anything.
Yeah.
I think there was a backlash for the bunny thing, and they decided to pull her off of it, but I'm not 100% sure. Damn, I'm not even 25% sure, but I remember reading that there was a reason for it.
Yeah.
I'm sure, but
makes
no sense.
Meltzer knows.
He knows.
Yeah, then we've also, this isn't changing the company, but there's also word that Dominic Dijakovic is heading to Raw, according to David Meltzer. Uncle Meltz.
He's a big bastard.
Yeah, and I think the first thing he did was tweet a image of the U.S. Championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying earlier, where I thought it was Matt, but I'm like, wait, he's not in WWE anymore. But yeah, it's Dominic, and I think this is perfect because AEW, NXT, I feel is so fucking stacked, and right now is not the time to take the title off Keith Lee.
No, not unless they're moving him up to the world title picture.
Exactly, right? Which would make sense, depending on who wins this weekend. But yeah, him going to what was it, Raw? Yeah, to Raw. Yeah. Makes perfect sense, especially since the other rumor is Matt Riddle to SmackDown.
Oh, that's not a rumor. That's been officially announced on SmackDown.
Really?
Yeah, they announced it the day after we did our podcast last week. Funny enough.
Those
Ah,
motherfuckers.
that was the big news. There you go.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm late to that party.
Yeah, Matt Riddle is officially going over, and I've also heard the rumor that Chelsea Green might be getting called up.
Is that why
She did fire her.
Yeah, exactly. They fired her. She fired her manager.
Yeah, well, and I thought that
Yeah,
storyline was
fired
working.
Robbie E.
Robert Stone brand brother.
Robbie E, the DJ guy from TNA.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way. Didn't he have that whole like hair thing going on? What the fuck?
Yeah, the whole hair thing going on. Yeah.
Not like yours. He had it like how the guys from Jersey Shore wear it. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we know what you're saying.
That's him? Holy shit, I did not know that.
Yep.
Never would have guessed that. But yeah, so Dominic to Raw, Riddle to SmackDown, and apparently he's going to SmackDown instead of Raw because they don't want. Oh shit! Son of a bitch! Hey guys, you guys see me? We don't pay for. What is this shit called? For Zoom, and apparently, if you have more than one member in it, you have to pay extra, or you have to pay. So we don't want to pay, and that's why every 40 minutes we have to restart the chat, or we have to restart the the thing that we're talking here. We have to restart Zoom, so that's why if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll understand why this happening. We don't want to pay. Last week when it was just me and intern, it didn't cut off because apparently the limit for it cuts off at 40 minutes. It's 2. So if it's just me and intern or me and Habes, like we wouldn't have to cut or we wouldn't have to restart the chat. But since there's 3 of us, every 40 minutes we're gonna get kicked off, and because we don't want to pay for it. And I feel like we shouldn't. We still have to look into new ways of.
Yeah, there's that Facebook one that we still need to try out.
Yeah, we still need to do it. We haven't. Honestly, that falls on me because I'm the one that records this stuff and then makes the audio version for Spotify and all those other podcast areas. But yeah, anyways, what were we talking about? We were talking about
wrestling.
Obviously wrestling. This is a Raw.
Matt Riddle going to SmackDown.
Yeah, so I guess the reason they have him on
Matt Riddle.
The reason they have him on SmackDown is because they didn't want to push the Lesnar Riddle fight yet, and it makes sense, right? A lot of people that don't watch NXT don't know who Riddle is. Yeah, he showed up at the Rumble, but it was a short second. Yeah, he showed up at Survivor Series, but I guess he didn't do that much at Survivor Series, if I remember correctly. So you want to build up Matt Riddle, at least give him some star power, so the casual audience could get to know him, and then maybe you throw him against Brock Lesnar. But at this point, if you were to throw him against Brock Lesnar within the next 3 months, you would have Matt Riddle lose, and I don't think that's how they want to move forward with that. You know, Go ahead.
Yeah, the other reason to switch to SmackDown makes sense as well is that Bruce Pritchard worked with him briefly in MLW, and I guess Bruce has been really high on him since then. Pun intended with Matt Riddle, of course.
But he also Paul Heyman is really high on Matt Riddle. So a lot of people were surprised that he went to SmackDown, but it was one of those things that like keep him away from Brock, because at this point, maybe at a Survivor Series, you could have Lesnar and Riddle in the same match.
Yeah.
But it's not a one-on-one thing, and it's one of those one and done things, at least for another while. and then maybe that's how you get Lesnar the title back on Lesnar for a little bit, and then have like Riddle win the Rumble or some shit and beat him off of him at Mania. That could work. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see them pushing a fast push on Riddle. Like, I'm not even kidding. He's gonna destroy Dolph Ziggler for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And then, but if AJ and Daniel Bryan are both there, they'll probably have him work with both of them. And then you still can go through like Sheamus. There's so many guys on SmackDown just like treading in the water that have achieved things. Like,
Isn't the whole brand basically treading water at this point?
With WWE is just treading water.
Yeah. Basically. All right, so do we want to talk about the NXT TakeOver pay-per-view now?
Oh, is that all we're talking about for news?
I mean, unless there's anything else in there that anyone might want to go over. Oh, actually, there is one other big one I forgot to mention. For those of you who like the Buckle Bomb in the WWE, I'm afraid I'm going to have to play the role of Wade Barrett and say I've got some bad news for you.
Huh? Go.
Sorry. Too late.
Yeah, no Buckle Bomb. Thanks, Nia Jax.
Yeah, that just like Abe said, this is a couple years too late. You know.
Yeah, basically.
Like people say thanks Nia Jax, but this goes back to Seth Rollins, right?
Yeah.
I feel he's partly at fault for this too.
Oh, definitely.
You know, he did it to Finn Balor, injured, right? That's what cut that first Universal title reign short.
Yeah.
And then he did it to Sting.
Yeah.
Apparently cut his career short. And now Nia Jax hurts Kairi Sane, and it's banned. It was 2 years too late, this banning. This should have happened a long time ago.
Yep, I agree. But people like to pile on Nia because she's developed quite a track record of hurting Kyrie as of late.
Yeah, a lot of people are pretty much jumping on the whole she needs to get fired thing. And this is what you and me were talking about last week about WWE has to get ahead of shit because this could really fuck with her mentally, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure she's not really going out there and like, yes, who are we injuring this week, you know? How are we gonna fuck up on purpose?
How am I gonna hurt that Japanese girl again?
Exactly. She's not doing that. And if she is, horrible person. But like I said, I don't think she is. And I'm pretty sure she's out there trying her best. And this comes into this thing of she's not properly trained for a lot of this stuff. But yeah, WWE, like I said, WWE has to get ahead of this and help her out mentally. If that means she has to get in the ring with different wrestlers so she could train better, fucking do it. Not only are you saving her, but you're saving another potential injury for another wrestler.
Yeah, exactly. At the very least, put her in there with someone who isn't as tiny as Kyrie to see how it goes. Maybe it's just a bad move putting her in there against someone who's like 1/8 her size. That's not a fat joke. I think Kyrie's saying is a small joke.
That is true. But I feel like at the same time, like, those matches should be easier, you know? Well, at that point, like, it should be like a squash match, right? But you can't squash Kairi Sane like that.
Yeah.
Does she know Riho?
How familiar is she with Kenny Omega?
That's true.
No. All right, let's get to the pay-per-view. Let's knock this out.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. All right. Time for spoilers. First match here, looking at Wikipedia, going bottom to top, is a 6-woman tag team match. We'll see Mia Yim, Shotzi Blackheart, and Tegan on Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, and Raquel Gonzalez.
It's a tough one. Like, I was looking at it. I think the baby faces need the win here because
unless Shotzi doesn't come out with a tank, then they deserve to lose.
Dude, I saw the funniest picture. A guy was at Walmart and he was like, "Look, Walmart has a Shotzi Blackheart merchandise," and he's like, takes a picture standing in front of like the toy tanks.
Does Walmart really have those?
Yeah, like the Jeeps you would buy like a kid, like the kid Jeeps.
Yeah.
No, yeah, like what Shotzi comes out in, they have those?
Well, yeah, like a Walmart version.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, from the photo I looked at.
I'm gonna have to look into that because I might buy that shit.
I'm just glad that it's a tank that looks like a tank and not what the WWE been calling a tank for years, which was the X Jeep with a gun.
Yeah, that's annoying.
I can only imagine Triple H was saw shots and you're like, wait, that's what a tank is? Oh my god, I've been wrong all these years.
The promo that Shotzi had, I think it was last week's NXT, and it was like her on like a real tank, and she was like, "I call this tank Blondie" or something like that. Then right also on the tank was like tanksrus.com. You know what I mean? Like whatever it's like, no, that's not your tank. You guys rented it for a photo op. Like blatantly, you didn't even cover it up.
I do like the Tanks Are Us, though. That sounds like a shout out to Bruce Pritchard right there.
But it didn't say that. It said something.
Nah, it should have been. It should have been though.
If it was, then it would have been like an insider joke that only me and you got.
So this, like you said, this match is kind of a toss up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go the heels on this one actually.
Interesting.
Because, like, I see Tegan Nox and I just see like she's eating the pin.
Actually, yeah. Looking it over and thinking about the North American title match and how I think that's gonna go, I'm gonna go with the heels on this one myself.
Oh shoot! Now you're swaying my vote.
I'm sure that thought will change about 20 times by the time I actually make my official pick.
That's right.
Hopefully.
That's right. You're not my guinea pig for the predictions game anymore.
All right. Speaking of the North American Championship
Wait.
match,
Who did you choose, Habes?
I chose the baby faces.
You went baby faces.
Yeah. Oh, fuck! Now I got to go baby faces. Habes is actually a writer for the WWE, and his when he makes a pick, it's actually what's going to happen.
See, that's normally true, but I don't know if it's the same for NXT.
Ooh, this is true.
Ooh, yeah, no, I do poorly in NXT.
Yeah, see, really like if this is a WWE, a Raw SmackDown pay-per-view, yeah, I'd totally go with Habes, but I don't know. I think I'm going. I'm sticking with the heels.
I feel more confident sticking with the heels now. But yeah, our next match is Keith Lee defending the North American Championship against Johnny Gargano in a match that is sure to have no finisher kickouts whatsoever.
I was gonna say like I choosing Keith Lee right off the back, but I'm pretty sure Gargano's gonna kick out like of 1,000 fucking finishers.
Oh man, sure. He's gonna take more Johnny Gargano's gonna take more BDCs than I'm gonna stop this sentence right now.
Like, there's no reason Keith Lee should lose this, right?
Yeah,
like
be too soon.
Like unless he's moving up, is it?
No.
Okay, between us, do we see NXT as the third brand or still a development brand?
Oh, I see it as the third brand, but I'll still say up and assume it's Raw and SmackDown.
Okay. So that's perfect. So unless they're moving Keith Lee up, I feel like there's no freaking reason for Gargano to win this match.
The only way I would accept Gargano winning this match, the next night on NXT TV, Keith Lee comes up and go down with whoever has the NXT World Title.
Damn, that's good because either way, because if Dream loses, Cole needs a new champion, a new competitor, a new component. And if Cole loses, I don't see him sticking around NXT.
No.
Oh, that's really
No,
good, intern.
he might Cole get called up to AEW.
Yeah, there'll be something. I have something to talk about with that later, for sure.
Okay.
Like Johnny's a heel now, so heels can like take an L and get their heat back immediately.
Yeah.
Just look at Seth Rollins has been doing kind of a similar gimmick. But then again, if you want him to be taken seriously, you have him win this match.
If they want to extend the program, he might even take a disqualification or something. Which I mean, it's stupid whenever I see that happen in a title match. It's just like you are a kayfabe the dumbest person. Why are you getting yourself disqualified?
Yeah, like, and I'm very worried that Candice LeRae will interfere and cost him the match.
See I thought that too, but she also has a match, and when that happens, the other person doesn't come out, right? Or that's wishful thinking.
But like, also NXT's gonna have another takeover SummerSlam, so that's really soon. You know,
when SummerSlam?
August usually.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 2 months, man. Wait, what month are we in? Are we still in May? No, we're in June.
We are June.
We're in June, man. The aliens are gonna land here pretty soon.
I thought that was for July.
Yeah, well, yeah, you never know, man. Things might speed up.
No, we're good. We have Will Smith's we still have Will Smith. We have I'm blanking on his name. I feel so bad. Jeff Goldblum.
Does your abuela got her la chancla?
Sad thing is, we all know the aliens are just going to be here. The aliens are just here to pick Chris Statlander back up and bring her back home.
Yeah, they can take her. Fuck that.
What happened to her when she came in? She had like the whole world behind her.
This is because she did move, and then the whole world realized, oh, she kind of.
Oh
yeah.
But I will say some of these. I guess.
Sorry.
Jeepers.
Sorry.
These the extra talent that AEW's been bringing in, like the females they've been bringing in, are actually pretty decent workers.
I would say some of them are better than the actual AEW women.
Yeah, they have like a chick that's like Brazilian named like Christy Parker or something like that.
Yeah,
she's pretty smooth in the ring.
I mean, I honestly, their only competition is Impact here. Impact is swooping up the women's division very fucking well. Very well. Like
there's a lot of rumor, I guess we could get to this, for an Impact is a tag division again for the Knockouts. But I think that's just a friendly rumor because they've been stocking talent.
I mean, that'd be good. You know, it's gonna push WWE to push their fucking tag division.
That's true. Like that's somewhere where WWE's failed is their main roster women's tag.
Hey, the WWE have started pushing their women's tag division. They've had the tag team champions take losses on both Raw and SmackDown to different women tag team
members. They're gonna defend at the pay-per-view.
I just want the Iconics to win the titles. To be honest, I want the Iconics to be everything.
Yeah, we know. Okay, what's the next match, brother?
Don't write me off like that.
I'm actually gonna skip past the next match because it's the main event and should be treated as such. So moving past that, we got Finn Balor taking on Damian Priest. Who will win the battle of Priest versus the Demon?
The Demon.
We're supposed to cheer for the Demon instead of the Priest because.
Well, he's the Prince now, brother. The Prince and the Priest.
Yeah,
the Prince is gonna win. He's got to. He's been kicking everyone's ass.
The Prince? Over Damian Priest? No.
Yeah, brother.
No.
What's your reasoning? You can hit him with a nightstick and call it a match?
No, I just I don't like when Finn Balor was brought back to NXT. I saw it as a ratings move, right? With Charlotte, same fucking thing, and I feel like both of them has failed miserably in that sense. In that point, there's no reason you should be going over your up and comers, and Damian Priest is one of those guys. Like, I feel like Aleister Black is cool and shit, but if you were to put him against Damian Priest, I'd go Damian Priest 100%. That's me personally, but I think you're wrong.
I don't know.
Like, that's your
I think
opinion,
Finn-
but you're wrong.
Dude, they had Finn. They were building him up to beat Walter, so I think they want to keep his steam until they can finally have that match.
See, I don't even think they would have him beat Walter. They shouldn't have him beat Walter. That should be the match where.
No, I don't think he will. I'm just saying they're building him up for that match.
See, and I don't think like a loss to Damian Priest would affect that.
Well, yeah, no one's watching anyway.
I'm watching, and that's all that matters.
Actually, only like 7,000 less people were watching NXT than AEW this week.
Yeah, they're both in that three-quarter million zone,
which is good.
Yeah,
like a lot of people want to talk about the difference in wrestling, but it matters that both numbers are going up.
Yeah,
for sure. Well, the faux crowds help. They really do.
Yeah, I think Priest is winning this myself.
Jeez, I'm like the opposite of everything you guys are picking.
Basically, your track record, good. All right. Up next is speaking of Madam Ratings, Charlotte Flair defends her NXT Women's Championship against both Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai.
Charlotte Flair, baby.
Do
we have news?
Go ahead.
Do we have news if Io ever resigned?
I don't think I've heard about Io's contract status.
We talked about it like 2 months back, right?
Yeah, but that was more Kairi Sane was making the news. But no one knows what their actual contracts are.
Meltzer does. Just ask him; he'll tell you.
Avi, bro, he was there in the room when they signed the contract.
Yeah, exactly.
He knows it all.
In the closet, probably.
Hello.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking Flair retains.
That's a pervert joke, not a gay joke. Just putting that out there. That's a pervert joke. I'm going Io Shirai. I feel like this is the one match where they could get the title off of Flair without her eating the pin.
It really feels like, especially if they want Io to re-sign, assuming if she hasn't, this might be a good make good gesture to help. I mean, really, she probably should have had this had that title in the bank and held it for a long ass time, long before now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. I can't see them pushing it any longer, especially if you want her to resign. I understand you can't give everybody a fucking title, but you have to treat your wrestlers great throughout the time that you have them, right? Whether that's using them, whether that's using them and using them properly, right? Like, one of the big things that came out towards the end of the revival was like, what do you guys want? That shit should have been asked at the beginning of it, right? And you give it to them throughout their contract. That doesn't mean you have to give them a title. Just don't make them look fucking stupid and use them properly. That, like I said, that not every great team, not every great wrestler gets a championship. But they were treated with some type of respect, some type of acknowledgement that you guys matter. And I think that's what WWE is missing, right? They wait for the last very second of their contract and try to figure it out with money. And a lot of these wrestlers, they don't want the money. They could go get the money somebody else, work less, and be treated better. You know? That's how they fucked up with the revival. They treated him like a shit, and they left. You know.
Goddamn, pal, here's this gimmick we want you to try. It'll be hilarious. That's gonna make you want to re-sign, right?
Yeah, and I get there are wrestlers that are like that don't care, that are just there for, I don't want to say it's just for the money, but they're there to be the bottom feeders, right? You have your Dolph Zigglers that are always putting somebody over, you know? A lot of those wrestlers don't want that. They don't want just the paycheck. They don't want to go out there to lose. They want to make themselves a name. They grew up watching wrestlers and they want to be remembered as one of the greats, right?
Yeah.
So, and at this point, you don't need WWE to do that. You do not need that shit at all. You know, you have so many great promotions out there that could give you that same acknowledgement, not only from different wrestlers, but from the live audience, from the crowds, from us, the fans, you know, that, yeah, they never made it to WWE, but they're a fucking hell of a worker. Not a tag team, but Will Ospreay hasn't stepped foot in WWE, but holy shit, if you can't tell me he's one of the top 10 in wrestling right now, like, come on.
Well, like, and I think we've talked about this before too. The charm of like working at Madison Square Garden or like the WWE or the like WrestleMania, people don't care about that as much anymore either.
Well, no, because WrestleMania has lost its meaning, you know? Especially since they treat the Saudi shows so much fucking better now. Like, Madison Square Gardens, Ring of Honor, and New Japan are doing those same exact shows. Other promotions are doing those same shows. You don't have to be in WWE to be at that shit, you know?
Yeah,
for sure.
Pretty much.
Anyways, I'm going Io Shirai.
Same.
You guys are starting to sway me.
But who are you going?
My first pick was Flair.
You said Flair, okay.
Goddamn, pal, Charlotte's gotta retain. Even though I don't book this. Goddamn.
All right, let's move along.
All right. Tommaso Ciampa takes on Karrion Kross with stupid name and also with Charlotte or Scarlett. I mean,
Karrion Kross all day.
Yeah, I was about to say, is there any way that Kross doesn't win his first real marquee match?
If anything, I feel like this is probably the match that, and I know I said it's stupid earlier, but I didn't say it was stupid. I just felt it was unlikely. I feel like this is the one match where Candice LeRae does pop out and help him because of Scarlett. Anybody? No. No. Really?
No.
Damn.
No, I think the Gargano Ciampa, I think that stuff's just freaking over. Like they're done.
Really?
So because I'm over it.
Well,
yeah,
I know us, but like this is one of those things where I feel like WWE doesn't understand. Like we need to give this shit a break, and they just push it. They just shove it down our throats.
So you're saying like Johnny's gonna take his L, and for them to get their heat back, they're just gonna mess with Ciampa again. That's what you're getting at.
Not mess with Ciampa. I mean, they're gonna. I feel like this is where they're gonna help Ciampa.
Oh, they're gonna help Ciampa,
or at least Candice is like because Cross has Scarlett, right? Like
because of the shiny new toy.
Bold prediction. Here's my bold prediction. Brandy Rhodes is going to come out and help somehow because she's got to get on any wrestling show possible.
I mean,
she was on AEW Dark. So.
Yeah. I got to get on YouTube. Get my face all over that too.
Put her cooking show on their channel too, or something like that.
Seriously, I'm I'm a big fan of Tommaso Ciampa. I like to see him have these big epic matches. I almost feel like if this match goes over 5 minutes, is it just 4 minutes of Kross wrecking Ciampa? Someone booked this wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I'm going with Cross.
Same.
Yep.
Oh, we agreed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
very nice.
Now I'm worried. And now we move on to our main event, a last chance backlot brawl between Adam Cole and Dream for the NXT Championship.
What are the stipulations? Come on.
If Velveteen Dream loses, he can no longer challenge for the NXT Championship while Cole is still champion.
That little part at the end is important.
Yep.
Because anytime a match like this happens, they never add that little bit. It's you can never challenge for this championship again. But the fact that they wrote in that
I was thinking when I saw that I was thinking of Tim Storm in the NWA, and they didn't add that stipulation to him. In fact, they still haven't clarified whether he could ever challenge again or if it's just while Aldis is champion.
Exactly. I think that's the most recent time that's happened in any promotion that we watch, which I feel changes the whole thing. I want to hear you guys' thought on who wins this one first, though.
All right.
You have thoughts, Abe?
Okay. So we don't know if Adam Cole's going to resign and his contract runs out in like August, right? Something like that.
Oh, I didn't even
Just
know
in
that.
time. Yeah, no, it like runs out just in time for the AEW pay-per-view.
Yeah.
The All Out. But okay. So either Adam Cole resigns, he loses and goes to Raw, or Adam Cole didn't resign and he loses and he jobs out to everyone under the sun until August. Either way, Adam Cole is losing.
See, I'm going the exact opposite route. Because I mean, you can still go this route and get the title off in August if necessary. I think that Cole somehow cheats his way into a win. They seem to be painting Dexter Loomis as the next possible challenger for him. With literally, that Dexter painted a picture of him tying up members of the Undisputed Era and putting them in the back of the vehicle on NXT this week. I think with that stipulation, what's going to happen is that Velveteen Dream is just going to fuck with Cole to try to get him to get the title off of him so he can challenge the new winner, the new champion. Just a constant harassment of Cole until he's eventually able to make Adam drop the belt.
So, I feel like Velveteen Dream has been in NXT long enough where he hasn't won the championship yet. He shouldn't, and he should just be moved up to Raw and SmackDown. But the whole thing about Adam Cole's contract, I feel like Dream is gonna win this. And the whole adding while Cole is still champion is just kind of like throws off.
It's amazing how fast that "Where'd You Go to School" blew over for Velveteen Dream and those allegations from just a couple months ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think Dream wins.
I'm going the same route.
I'm going the opposite route.
All right, I think that's the only one that me and Intern did not agree on.
Yeah, and you agree with Habes, so that means I'm on the right side of history here based on Habes' track record with NXT.
Oh, dude, come on. Dude, guys, I was still ranked higher than you at the last game we had, too. I didn't win,
that's because there was the WWE pay-per-views.
Yeah, I'm less passionate about the WWE main roster,
well, I mean,
so I do better.
Well, I mean, you work for them and book their shows.
Yeah, that's true.
Release their pay-per-views.
They don't pay me for it, but...
All right, so that's the pay-per-view. I would like to go back to the notes for a little bit before we log off here. One big thing is WWE announced their free tier.
Oh, that's right.
And one of the few messages that we got from Habes was that he's gonna delete or he's gonna cancel his network. what does the free tier come with that you would need to cancel?
Yeah, it doesn't have the current pay-per-views.
Yeah.
It's not what the network has or doesn't have. It's what I watch my wrestling on through my Google machine. It's the network.
That's fair.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
However, just bear one thing in mind: if you do cancel and try to go back to it, you no longer get the free month for subscribing to the network.
Well, that's when I just pull a McFoley and get a new email address.
No.
Right?
They're not doing that at all anymore. There's no more.
Oh,
There's
that's
no
done?
1 free month. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, I'll probably buy it again for SummerSlam, but maybe I don't know.
I didn't know they were taking away the free 3 months.
Yeah, I was just reading that earlier today.
Dang. Crazy.
Makes sense. I mean, the whole thing is already basically a free trial.
There's
Really
been a
fun-
free trial for 6 years.
And I'm over here paying like some sucker.
Oh, no, Michael.
I'm glad they stopped pushing that every 2 seconds.
I kind of miss the days when they had to sit there and try to awkwardly explain to people how to download the app when clearly they didn't even seem to know.
Let's see, what else could we run through?
Oh yeah, we did have another release. Former 24/7 champion Rob Gronkowski is no longer with the WWE.
Yeah, his priority is the NFL, which makes sense as he is employed by the Buccaneers.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact that he apparently wasn't that well liked in the WWE anyway.
Yeah, I guess there was he did a dive. I don't remember it, but it took them like 2 to 3 hours to convince him to do it.
Yeah, Vince had to do it himself to show him.
That's fucking nuts.
What?
That Vince that did the dive to show him it was safe, and it still took him another 2-3 hours to actually do it.
Yep.
A 70 plus year old man doing this shit, and like you, a football player that's like, would you? He's not in his prime anymore, right?
No, probably not. And it was. And I remember that dive. It wasn't like he was doing a dive to one person to catch him. There was like a whole army of 24/7 jobber goofs there. There was at least a good 9 or 10 people that could have caught him.
Yeah, but the whole Vince doing it and you're not, and you bitching out about it, like that's telling a lot. And then it also came out that a lot of people did not like him.
I can understand. He seems like an abrasive jerk ass.
Yeah, so
now that Gronk's gone and they already did that experiment, do you think Mojo is going to be gone shortly?
I kind of hope so. Like, I'm a fan of Mojo, but I don't. He's one of those people that will do better outside of WWE.
Yes, exactly.
Like he's not going to AEW for sure, but he's gonna show up at Impact, and that's gonna help him a lot.
Yeah, I think he'd do well there. I've always thought he was a lot better than he gets credit for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've always been a fan because he was on the Packers practice squad. At least he was rostered. I don't know if he even did anything, but he was. So
okay, how much time we got? We got 3 minutes and 30 seconds. All right, let's run through let's run through these. Sarah Logan has started her MMA training. She is also continuing her wrestling training with her husband. So there's that.
That's badass.
Flip Gordon has resigned with Ring of Honor. That was a fucking shocker. I thought he was gonna go to AEW, but apparently he signed a multi-year contract with Ring of Honor. He's staying with Marty. I don't know.
Guaranteed money. Money.
Yeah, that's true.
Trying times. He's also a guy that gets hurt a lot.
Yeah, dude. Like he came back like one match in his first match and got re-injured for like another year or something. That was something else. What else? Ring of Honor.
Christian's coming back to Raw on Monday.
That's just to continue the storyline, right?
Yeah, I think so. And so I wonder if it's going to try to put a blue dot over his face again.
Is he going to ask for one more match?
No, I think he's just gonna get beat down.
Yeah, he's gonna get beat down or just say, "Blah blah, greatest wrestling match ever."
Yeah, pretty
Oh,
much.
and you know what? No, I hope he says, "How about one more match?" And then like Randy Orton just like murders him with a punt. That'd be good shit.
That'd be really good. There's one in here.
He's never had.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I
No,
know
no,
we're
go
on
ahead.
rapid fire. It's funny because he's never had like his going away moments. Like,
Yeah, dude, they always treated Christian like shit. I don't like it. And then when he went to TNA, and like I said, it's one of those like they treat him right, and he became fucking awesome, right?
Yep.
Yeah. There's something on here that says, I wrote down, Rhea Ripley wanted Bianca Belair to tattoo her during a match. That was insane. So it was her idea of, I forgot what match it was, but eventually there was a bunch of girls that were supposed to hold down Rhea Ripley and then have Bianca Belair tattoo her that lips logo that she has during the match. If this was them doing the whole pre-recorded matches, that could have worked, right? Because you just have to zoom in into the hand, and it doesn't have to be Bianca Belair, right? Obviously, but yeah, when I read that, I'm like, this is fucking crazy, and it had to be WWE to tell her no. Why? Because it was very unhygienic.
Yeah.
Unsanitary. Yeah.
Yeah. What else we got? We got less than a minute. Fuck. We should start closing up.
Yeah. So yeah, be sure to check out our predictions game. You've posted it already?
Yes, the predictions game's up. It's part 1. Part 2 will be Backlash.
Yep, Backlash next week.
We're combining both games into one game. So you're gonna add 1 and 2, throw them together, and that's it. We're still working on what the prize is. I think we're thinking of a gift card, or we've been talking about a gift card, but yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Anything? All right then.
Do the
Top
thing,
guys.
Hips.
Top guys out.